Welcome back to the fourth quarter of the Bobby Dupre Show, and of course my sidekick here, Andrew.
Good morning.
And we have, I think, about 3 of our sponsors we need to mention.
Yeah, let's hit them.
And I would suggest we do it right now, because after that, I'm taking the ball and I'm running.
I understand. Piggly Wiggly. Go to your local Piggly Wiggly store. They got the 3 little pigs. We showed you Kevin Doucette and Joey Quibido earlier. You watch Joey on What's Cooking. You know they've got good food, good products, and you know they know how to cook. They also do catering at their South Opelousas location. Go by right now with Thanksgiving. I know you got family coming in. You're going to be cooking for them. Maybe you're going to be putting care packages to send back with them of all that good Louisiana stuffed meats and seasoned meats, good stuff to go by your local Piggly Wiggly. The pig knows best. And Quarters Casino north of Opelousas. Maybe while everybody's in town, you want to get away for a little bit of gaming. You know, kind of relax and go to the Quarters Casino and put a couple of quarters in the machine, and maybe a few more than quarters, and try your luck there. You can go next door to the Chevron and get all that good fuel before everybody heads back home.
I stopped and got my diesel fuel there last week.
Nice and clean pumps with diesel and with gasoline and well covered. They got the convenience store with crispy, crunchy chicken in there, Subway sandwiches, and a huge selection of items you can buy there inside. And one more sponsor, Targill. Now, maybe you're going looking for seasonings. They'll do a bulk seasoning for you. They'll mix multiple seasonings together and let you do your own labeling as well. If you're an individual, want to give that out as gifts. Maybe you want to sell it. Maybe you're a grocery store that does that. Maybe you're a restaurant. They do all that for you. And don't forget about them for butcher supplies, cutlery, kitchen supplies, and the baking. All the baking stuff. If you do any kind of baking, the stuffing for the cake, the filling for the cake, any of the icing type stuff. They teach classes there. Maybe you're interested in learning how to do all this exotic cake decorating. They do all that there at Targill here in Opelousas.
And also part of the Bellard family of companies is where they all got their start, and that's at the poultry, Bellard's Poultry, and then of course the Mama's 2 Fried Chicken locations here in Opelousas.
That ain't bad either.
And also the St. Landry EMS ambulance service here in Opelousas.
Diversified.
And Acadiana now, because they're also in the Valls Parish, they're in Eunice, they're in, I don't think they went to Lafayette yet. Not yet. But anyhow, the Bellard family name is trusted in the community. What about this memorial fund here? Stephen Scott, don't think, I wonder, it doesn't say if he's from here. I know this information was passed on to us by Kenny Morrow, the DJ man, the retired fireman, very active in the Opelousas Elks Lodge here.
Correct.
His daughter Christine married Stephen Scott, and they'd only been married 5 months. And during that short period of time, he was diagnosed with liver and autoimmune disease. And he passed away after 33 days in ICU. Well, you know what the costs are for that type of. And his friends have started a Stephen Scott Memorial Fund, and that's in Allen, Texas. Locally, if you contacted
Chase Bank,
you can
mention Stephen Scott.
And the account ending in 0220, they'll be able to accept your money. Or just get a hold to Kenny Morrow here locally, and he and his wife Dolores would be happy to work out, and you can mail the money to them, and they'll make sure. Because as I mentioned on these, sure, they had insurance. The young man had insurance. But there's a percentage that's not covered under the insurance policy. And the family at that point is expected to pay for it.
Yeah.
And
the copay.
The family by themselves can't handle 33 days of this. And this is a young man. So we're talking about a person that was just getting his start, and it took his life from him. And naturally, Christine has she has a feeling that she wants to help and pay some of these bills, although she had just recently been married to him.
There you go. This weekend,
remind me to send.
If you go by any of the masses at St. Landry Catholic Church, the Knights of Columbus will be out there with a Tootsie Roll Drive, and all proceeds from the Tootsie Roll Drive go to support the Opelousas Cerebral Palsy Clinic, our Breakfast with Santa that we do, the big fundraiser. A lot of other people in the community help us out as well, and the Knights are going to help out. You'll be able to get your Tootsie Rolls there, and if you see me around the church, I'm going to have a pocket full of Breakfast with Santa tickets as well. So if you're looking to help by buying Breakfast with Santa tickets, we can help you out.
Okay. Okay, and Miss Mavis Frugier sent us her little, you know, occasional email. Le Table Français always meets on the last Saturday of each month, and that's at New News on Highway 93 East, right outside of Orneville, Louisiana. And of course, this particular Saturday will be the 24th. This Saturday coming right here, next couple of days from now. A very informal meeting. I attended it about 3 months ago. Lots of fun. You know how to speak French well, good. If you just kind of like me, kind of broken up, it's fun, and they'll put up with you. You won't be laughed at. They'll help teach you to get back in it. And of course, on Friday, November the 30th at 8 p.m., New News, the Dario Duo will be playing big band music until 11 p.m. That's going to start at 8 p.m. And also, I'm sure that Mavis and all of the French-speaking group that's so interested in moving our French heritage forward, glad to know that there's a movement to take the hospital that used to operate St. Luke's in Orneville and make it into an immersion educational program,
and arts and that type of thing, right?
Yeah, so very, very important.
Then Saturday, that next day, you were talking about the big band on the 30th that evening. The next day, Saturday, December 1st, from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., it's going to be the Fire and Water Festival that's going on there.
Oh, that's that big annual.
Right, at the Singleton Lumber Building, where New News is based out of now. Go by, it's right there on Bayou Catawba Highway in Orneville. You can't miss it.
Lots happening in Orneville, and they're trying to keep our heritage, the Cajun French heritage, moving forward.
Don't forget the lighting of the village at Le Vieux Village will be happening Friday, December the 7th from 5 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. right there on East Landry Street. You better go by and see all the lights. The Kiwanis Club will be giving out free hot chocolate and free bowls of gumbo. Mickey and Minnie Mouse are going to be there for the kids. The parade is going to be the following Thursday on the 13th. You can contact Melanie Lee, 948-2589, if you want to register your car or your trailer.
The Charles Judice family had a kind of a surprise, I guess you could say. Charles Judice was the quarterback for the high school that he was attending, and Lauraville High. And they had a heading in the paper that one big challenge was the heading, and had a picture of him on the sports page of the Daily Advertiser.
Back in 1989.
Yep. And this particular last Friday, he and his son went to have breakfast, and his son is now the quarterback of the Westminster Christian School here in Opelousas. And lo and behold, he goes and picks up a Daily World, which is a sister company of the Daily Advertiser, and it says one big challenge, and they're talking about his son, Luke. And what a coincidence. The two had the same company printing almost the same wording of the sports page heading. And of course, Charles didn't have too good luck back in '89. They lost that game. But his son Luke is carrying this fun forward, and they won and are going to the quarterfinals, and hopefully they can do well. Pretty neat little story here, good picture of father and son, and we like to bring the good things. That's all we want to bring to you, is good things happening in our community. If we get off on a bad subject, you call me and
get us right.
And get us right, please. And Durios Curios, we passed there last night coming back from Sunset. Charles Cummins was taking me out. He treated me last night because I passed my test last week.
Ahead.
By the way, y'all, I don't think we mentioned.
You hadn't mentioned
anything. Mentioned it. Well, because we had taped the program already. I did have a biopsy 2 Wednesdays ago of my prostate, and came out, got the results last Wednesday afternoon, and
everything's clear.
Everything is clear. I don't know, for lack of a better term, I'm going to just say everything was clear. So that was a great thing. And Charles took me out last night and treated me to dinner. And passing in front of Liz Durio's next to what had been for many, many years Louisiana Nursery. Right. She's got her little building and all the other little cabans, buildings that make up her little curio shop, antique store, lit up beautifully. Liz, it really looks good. And on December 6th at 5:30 p.m., they're going to be hosting a business after hours event with the chamber here. Excellent. She held that last year. It went off real good. And with the help of a lot of people, she's going to do it again this year.
Oh, great. Don't forget, how about some other good news? If you got a cell phone, text the word PUMP, P-U-M-P, to the phone number 64636. And KDCG and Bobby will give you a $100 gas card. And you can still do that all the way through December the 10th. So every so often, if you decide to text, go for it and see what you can do. Maybe you'll win one of those gas cards.
Dodge,
I can't text. I'm an employee of the station.
Dodge Automobile Company is getting out of the NASCAR racing industry. Right. And they went out in a big way because the Dodge driver Brad Kolosky won the Sprint Cup Championship at Homeland Racetrack in Florida last week. And it was a bit of battle all the way till the very, very end. He needed to finish at least 15th. He finished 15th.
It was close.
But the championship was won by him. He didn't need to win the race. He just needed to win it.
To place well.
Place well, and he did place well enough. And his person that was in second place had bad luck and ended up 33rd, I think it was, Jimmy Johnson, who was a 5-time winner. This young boy here, I don't think he's 30 years old yet. He's still wet behind the ear, already winning. And they've had some big upsets lately and some flare-ups. Jeff Gordon, who has won the Sprint Championship 4 times. I had forgot about that because he hadn't done it in a few years. You tend to forget.
He was the dominant guy.
The dominant guy at one time. Well, he's on the same team as Jimmy Johnson. And he got mad at
I forget which. But he cut him off.
Cut him off and hit him, wrecked him bad, wrecked up 2 other vehicles bad. They fined him $50,000, and he went and apologized. And he figures that he'll probably get knocked out pretty quick. And I think the people like it. Keep it up, guys. Just don't get hurt, but have
How about
fun.
Les Miles? You saw his press conference after the game?
Oh, he was upset.
He had
Somebody
some
questioned one of his players who was highly recruited and didn't maybe play.
Didn't have a greatest career.
Greatest career that was anticipated. And this news media person asked the wrong question and he gave the wrong answer, kind of. But he said, I like these young boys. And he says, next time you see one of them, kiss them on the lips. He says, if you're a girl. And he got them all to laugh. And before that, they didn't know what he was going to say. And I don't have to say the words. Y'all know them. Y'all heard it. Y'all saw it. Anyhow, LSU plays Saturday afternoon. Friday, I'm sorry.
At Arkansas.
At Arkansas. And on Saturday afternoon at 4 o'clock, UL plays right here at Cajun Stadium. And Heavenly Father, I give you thanks because you give me everything I need for my spiritual and bodily life. This weekend, as every weekend, Andrew and I ask you to consider attending the church of your choice.
Happy Thanksgiving.